Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy King DV, and I'm with my co-host, Smitty. What's going on, bro?
Man, it's love, man.
Time for A.J. Brown. Michael Carter II.
They don't know Jalen Hurts like we know Jalen Hurts.
They was hanging on to Jalen Hurts.
Until next time, man, y'all know what it is.
What's going on, everybody, man? Look, it's another episode of Inside the Nest, man, with your two greatest Eagles content creators, man. I'm King DV, one of the hosts on this show. What's going on, Smitty?
Man, I felt like I was coaching again this week, man. I ain't watched that much film in a long time, but I haven't clicked on the old school computer in a little minute where I could slow things down and sit a little slower. Like, I haven't turned that computer on in some months. Like, I haven't turned it on since, to be honest, since the Super Bowl, bro. So, like, for me to turn it on, I really felt like it was an issue. I think I figured out some issues. I think there's still some issues that got to be fixed.
It's a lot of issues, even inside issues.
It might be some people need to come in. It might be some people need to, get a bigger role that's already here. It's a confusing point. We're going
to get into it, man. But, we gotta go back. We got to go back into the loss, basically. We already had, the talk right after the loss, but, it was late. How are you feeling today, though?
I'm good. I mean, at this point, we done took the L. It's time to move forward, man. We gotta go down to New Orleans at this point. But there's some things we gotta clean up. We definitely gotta clean up some things. The bread and butter of the team we playing is kind of similar to what we just got through playing. It came off an unfortunate circumstance, right? Saquon in the clutch moment drops a pass. Game going to haywire, things happen, right? But even in all of that, it was technical issues during the game that got to be fixed. First and foremost, my edge. I'm disgusted, bro. I'm really disgusted, bro. I don't watch them dudes really poop their pants. Every time I watch the tape, it just really made me upset to watch the All-22 and to see every time we had good penetration with the D tackle or a good thing with the.
What you say?
CJ needs to be benched. Do I need to talk about Slay? Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't because we're going to talk about him.
I don't care. I ain't talking about Slay. I'm talking about CJ. I have no bad blood with CJ right now. I ain't gonna lie. His rally and cry should have ended that damn game. When he stood in that hole like he was Ray Lewis in 2001 and put helmet on helmet with Bijan Robinson and folded that boy up like he was an omelet and stopped him on fourth and basically inches. I thought that rally cry was going get the offense rolling and everybody was going to be good. But I got to go back to the edge, though. Even in the pass rush, if you want to complain about the pass rush is non-existent. Like, evidently, it's non-existent. But in the run game, these boys are not disciplined to stay outside and hold the edge. They're not setting the edge enough. And me and DV just talked about it less than 2 minutes ago. But when I started this season, there was no point in time where y'all heard me say, in the run game, Nolan Smith, Brandon Graham, gonna be my two best outside linebackers in the run game. Because that's what it's been. Huff, you've been losing your snaps to Nolan, and Sweat, you losing yours to Unk. Like, it really don't make sense.
I agree with that, Chicken.
we got to get some discipline, man. We got to really get some discipline, man. I mean, it was a poorish game all over. Like it's, I gave flowers to Nakobe Dean. And even watching the tape, like he was doing some things that probably he did in the fourth. He probably should have been able to do in the first. They probably wouldn't have got off as much. I didn't like that from Fangio, bro. Like DV, when they started spying Nakobe Dean on Bijan, I was like, oh, maybe this is going to, and it worked. But you did it in the fourth. Where was it at in the first, the second, and third when he killed us? I thought that was going to be the halftime adjustment, DV. Like, I thought he was going to come out, boom. Whatever the scheme, whatever I was changing, it's coming out straight out the second half. Nakobe, wherever Bijan go, that's where you go. I don't give a damn who in the way, who move, what. You follow him. I don't give a damn. They put a tight end over there, Zach Bond. You fight to the tight end, Nakobe. Your job is him. And when that happened, we got stops. The run game started going to a different way. And then I said, oh, if we get a pass rush at this point from the same edge rushers I'm complaining about in the run game, we got this. No pass rush. No effectiveness on the back end. Like this, to me, is like, you know how you like have something? Like we had a decent defensive line last year, but the secondary was bad. It's like we traded spots. It's like, oh, the secondary going to be decent and the linebacker's going to play good, but the D-line going to be some shit. Like, I'm really frustrated with that D-line right now. Like, that's like the biggest problem for me right now because we got a lot of guys up there that we had a lot of high hopes for, a lot of faith in, and not one of them right now I would be willing to give a flower to. Not the one. Milton Williams, yeah, you had a sack, but you got washed in the run game like it was laundry day. Jordan Davis, same thing. You did good for a while, and then all of a sudden you seem defeated. Jalen Carter defeated. The best person we had played 9 snaps.
15.
Huh?
That's 15.
Who played 15?
Thomas Booker.
Oh, I was talking. Who the other dude is then? Yeah, Thomas Booker. I thought he played 9. Somebody said it's.
No, it's 15.
Today. What's the color put out?
No,
9.
it's 15. It was 15.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead.
So where I'm at with it is right is layers to the defense. Everybody know that. You know, anybody that knows football know that is layers to the defense. I feel like this, right? I feel like, you know, all the talk, off-season talk, training camp, staying after practice talk, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, all of them. I'm not trying to hear it no more. Honestly, that's just me being honest. I seen a lot of, well, not a lot. I seen fatigue in this game. Both of them got double. Both of them got double on plays, but both of them also got single coverage, whereas though that they could have, you know, got to the quarterback. And one time, Jalen Carter did. But like I said, Jordan Davis, I ain't going to say Jalen Carter because Jalen Carter came after the 2022 defense. Jordan Davis kind of got carried by that 2022 defense, whereas though that you're making it easier for him to close.
I had
the
to go
gap.
check my data, but in our official snap report, they got Thomas Booker down for 9 snaps. He played officially 15%. I'll send you the slip.
Yeah, go ahead. But what I'm saying is Jordan Davis did slim down. He did slim down, but at the same time, you know, we got a coach like Vic Fangio that's not going to just go for anything, i.e., Jalen Carter. For some strange reason, he missed a team practice. So he got disciplined on it. First
Did he miss it or was he late?
No, they said he missed it.
Well, I thought this. Okay.
No. Well, I thought he missed it too because right after the game, they said he missed it. But sources said that he didn't. No. They said he was late. I'm sorry. But sources said that he missed the whole practice. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And we probably won't never know. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, he didn't play the first quarter. Second quarter and on, he played. They rotated certain guys like Thomas Booker, Milton Williams. It was another guy too that was in the rotation. Morrow, yeah. So that's all discipline. That's all discipline and basically saying, look, as easy as y'all think y'all the starters, it can be taken away from y'all. I get it.
That's what you mistaken for Booker, bro. Morrow, he played 17 snaps.
So how many did so
Booker played 9. Morrow Drama played 17. Nolan Smith played 23. Milton played 25. Brandon Graham played 28. Jordan Davis played 29. Bryce Huff 32. Sweat 40. Carter 46.
I'm not going to keep dwelling on the defensive tackles. So I think the defensive tackles would be okay.
It seems like they got a nice little rotation there.
To a certain extent.
I'm saying just the D tackles. I ain't saying like the outsider, but it seemed like if Booker get like just a little bit more snaps on that end, and you could bring down Jalen Carter just a tad, it could be a nice rotation where you keep them boys a little bit energized.
So I'm gonna go to the edge rush because I'm pissed off about the edge rush. Did you see the video? It's circling around the whole social media. Bryce Huff, right? Bryce Huff comes off the snap and slips and falls. It was an easy pancake for the offensive lineman of the Atlanta Falcons.
That's not even his worst rep.
It wasn't. Because my worst rep that I saw.
What, getting blocked by that backup tight end?
Yo. Both of them. It's not even just Josh Huff. Bro. It's not even just Josh Huff. It was Josh Sweat too. They both got beat by tight ends. Tight ends. Not even offensive linemen.
Hey, I seen Sweat get blocked by Kyle Pitt.
Yeah. Bro, he was sturdy. He was sturdy on Josh Sweat too. And I'm sitting here like, yo, move him. You working for a contract, you're going to be a free agent forever after this year. Forever after this year.
You got to
somebody really needs you. Huh?
Nah, he got to come out next week and really show some dog.
He won't. He won't. I guarantee you he won't.
That'll be
They're going to have to see. And this is my issue with Vic Fangio. I feel like Vic Fangio is stuck on the way he does things and not accepted that things changed from, what worked back then. And I get it. You want to discipline your guys. You want to do certain things. I get it. But at the same time, bruh, put Bryce Huff on the left side and have somebody else going. Like, you got 2 draft picks. I mean, you got 2 picks. 1 draft pick and one free agency pick. And Zach Bond and Jillis Hunt. Now, Jillis Hunt was free. He was free. this game, but he didn't play a snap. Neither did Isaiah Rodgers. Devin White didn't play this snap either. So I know he was on the injury
all that is baffling to me. All that I don't understand. Like, why these dudes not on the field? Like, what's the
we
issue?
would never we would really fully never understand why.
Like, you rather sacrifice the defense with Avonte Maddox on the fucking field than put Isaiah Rodgers outside and put Quinyon back in the slot. You just rather sacrifice. Just get killed. Because Avonte Maddox is lost a step and he looked confused. And then he got I swear to God, I was finna call you when he grabbed the back of his leg.
Yo, bro, shout out to you for doing that. What the hell is it called again when we was on?
Playback.
Yeah, playback, right? Shout out to y'all for doing that, right? I was like, yo, soon as it happened, I'm like, yo, bro was right. And I'm like, yo, I'm tired of this. I don't care.
He grabbed the back of that leg. Bro. I said, you motherfucker.
I said this pregame on my show. Birds Flying High. I said this, right? I said, I don't give a damn who was roommates before, who's close friends before. Bro don't belong on this team, or he just belong on a death piece just in case somebody get hurt. But he should be behind Sidney Brown.
I wish Sidney Brown didn't go on that pup list. He still got to wait another damn week.
That's cool. It's cool.
Listen. Now, this is the part where I believe this was Sirianni come in and have some type of talk with Fangio about putting somebody else out there. Okay, the young guy that we drafted in the second round isn't prepared to play. But Quinyon plays the slot well. He played well all camp, all summer. He was playing it well. Isaiah was playing outside well. Like, throw them back in. You are really killing us. And this week, in general, where they have two fast guys that play a lot in the slot, I would prefer Quinyon be in the slot.
Did you see Nick Sirianni's interview the other day? Yesterday?
He had two yesterday. But
no, with the red hoodie.
Oh
yeah. So, do you think that Nick Sirianni really knows what the hell is going on?
Yeah, he does. But you know what it is though? He had an ultimatum in the offseason. He's trying his best to just be the quiet man and just, hey, y'all need my help. Y'all need anything. He fighting hard, bro. You could tell on his face. When he had that hoodie on, he was just like, I really want to tell y'all that I want to cuss a couple people out, but I ain't got the right to do that because I told them in the offseason I would give full reign of the offense and the defense to the coordinator. So I'm just trying to help.
That's cool.
I told you it was gonna be uncomfortable though.
But I'm kind of pissed off at Nick Sirianni.
I'm not.
Here's why.
Tell me why. Let's go.
I understand that Jalen Hurts was saying all the right things, and you didn't feel the need to basically insert yourself. I get it. But what I don't understand is you're still the head coach of this team. I think the number one issue last season was players only meetings. Whereas though that the coaching staff never inserted themselves into the meeting. And I feel like I think that he should have said something. Even it was like, yo, to piggyback off what Jalen just said. He should have said something, period. Now, I know players in that locker room that have been here from 2022 up until now, respect them. I get it. But at the same time, hey, as head coach. If you respect him enough, you want to listen to his word too. So I feel like that Nick Sirianni should have said something. Even if it was short, he should have said something.
All right. I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying, right? But like, I've been in that locker room, bro. Like sometimes it's like it's something like, how can I explain it? I'm trying to give you a good analogy. Okay, the cable company, right? It's dudes that come out and install, and it's people that's in the front office, but they your boss, right? Sometimes another worker can say something to me that'll resonate and fall in my chest. It helps me, motivates me, it gets me in my groove, it gets me where I need to go. It's more motivating than hearing Nick Sirianni come up here and tell me the same shit you're gonna tell me that you always did, because you wasn't out there in the trenches. You wasn't out there getting your ass whooped. You wasn't. So when Jalen said that, if Nick Sirianni, being an ex-player, heard it and was just like, I don't even need to ruin that moment. What he just said gonna hit harder than anything I can stand up there and say to them. Yeah, you can say something, but I feel like personally, I've been in locker room like we lost the game in Florida State. My coaches didn't say nothing. Them big dogs that's been there 3 years, they juniors, they got one season left. They got up and talked. And our coaches just like, y'all go home. Like, sometimes it's just, it can't. Like, he could have said something, right? But at that moment, who the fuck wants to hear Nick Sirianni, bro? Like, me right here, I'm like, yeah, you could have got up there and said something, but what? I don't know what Jalen said, right? I can't say it, but obviously it was heartfelt in the room where people was like, hey man, we in. Like, Jalen, appreciate you, bro. What you said hit me. Let's go work. Like, Nick Sirianni been talking for 5 days. You've been talking every day before and after practice. We hear your voice every day. Jalen probably that's a rare moment, bro, where Jalen stood up and felt like, before you say something, I need to say something. And sometimes you just back somebody that got the locker room at the moment, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's, in my opinion, like, if I'm a coach and he got the locker room, he doing something he's never done before. Now, if he wasn't a leader, like if it was somebody that's just like a regular player, like Moro Ojomo has something to say, yeah, you got to step in. But it's Jalen. It's the dude you paying $250 million. It's the dude that had issues with the media saying his leadership wasn't up to par. And he's stepping into a moment where you haven't seen him in a moment where, bro, they say coach was standing by the door waiting for the last players to come in, and Jalen just go to talking, go to showing emotion. He gets into a moment where he's speaking to the players from a perspective of, we brothers, we in here. Like, it's almost like that. It's like sometimes your big brother can tell you something your daddy can't tell you, because it just resonates better. In my opinion, bro. I don't know if you got, big brothers, but like, it's certain things my big brother can tell me, and my daddy can call me on the phone and tell me the same thing. It just don't hit the same way. You ain't out here being a kid. You ain't out here young. You ain't out here growing up. You got a job. You got a career. You married. You got a house. You own shit. Like, you can say something, but I'm not knocking him for not saying nothing. We got to see how does it work out? Does it hit? You know what I mean? Or does it not? It's plenty of head coaches that don't talk, right?
Yeah, it is. But your only argument, and you didn't say it, I thought you was going to say it, because I thought I knew what you was going to say when I put that out there, was that 2022, everybody was playing for Jalen. Everybody was playing for Jalen. Honestly, they trusted his leadership. They trusted what he was about and what he was doing. Regardless of the tweets and everything that came out after this loss, everybody in 2022 trusted what Jalen Hurts said, or what he was about, basically. Now, here's what I think, right? I feel like in the offseason, when we found out that we had 2 new coordinators, Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio. We found out we had 2 coordinators. After that, Nick Sirianni got on the interview, not verbally, but it was documented. It was hard giving up the offensive coordinator position. But look, I'm gonna just do this. This is my role, because reporters asked him his role.
Mm-hmm.
Now, his role was basically to manage the team, manage the offensive side. He also said on record that he was going to actually be in some defensive meetings too. He said that himself. So we know 2023, somebody that wasn't even a part of the Eagles, but he was on the team. Kevin Byard orchestrated a players only meeting.
Mm-hmm.
He orchestrated that, right? Now, I want, just like me and you always talked about, we want Jalen Hurts to be that leader. We want him to be that leader, like a Patrick Mahomes, like a prime Russell Wilson, and so forth. We want him to be that leader to the point where he's holding people accountable. Hey, what we going to do moving forward? Because I'm trying to win a championship here, or 2, or 3, whatever. I feel like I'm not mad that Nick Sirianni decided to, hey, Jalen Hurts said everything that needed to be said. Just hearing him piggyback off of what Jalen said for the players that in that locker room that respect him, because they went out on him where they was like, yo, he on a hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
For him to say something like, yo, to piggyback off of what he said, I seen this, we can't have no more of that. So when we had this walkthrough, we're going to be watching this type of tape, whatever the case may be. The fact that he got on the podium and said, I seen Jalen, I heard Jalen say this, I felt like I ain't had to say nothing. That's going to make everybody talk, because they already think that you're on the hot seat. I don't know how it is in the organization. I don't know how it is on the organization, but what I know is that Nick Sirianni is not in a good position right now to just fall back.
He didn't fall back, bro. What do you say after Kobe's speech? Like I've heard Phil Jackson say, like, Kobe took over after a game and spoke, and I walked out speechless. I didn't have anything to say. Like, some of the greatest coaches haven't had something to say after the greatest players. Like, when you put it all on the line, when you carry the whole load, this man just went out there on a Call of Duty game and went 45-1. And you die for the game winner. Like, and he coming out like, bro, I just did all this and I don't even want credit for it. I want us to do better as a team. I don't even know what he said, but I just like, as a player, just thinking in my head what I would say after a game. Like, I done really went out here and did everything I could. I ran it. I threw it. Before I threw the interception, I had an 80% completion percentage. Like, I was going crazy. Like, and I don't even care about the accolades, what I did. I care about us getting better as a team, us growing, and shit like this not happening. We can't go out there and fumble the rock. And Sirianni could have said something. I'm not going to disagree with you and say he shouldn't have said something or should have said something. But it's like, if it's a moment where I feel like what I'm going to say ain't going to be beneficial to what he just said, why would I get up there and do some dumb shit? Like, why get up there and you in a moment of whatever? We already know Sirianni don't give the best speeches. We've heard him give some speeches where we was like, what the hell did you just say? Like, what? Like, DB, point blank. Jalen Hurts do a heartfelt, down to the earth speech, right? and then Sirianni get up here and talk about fucking Flowers. How would you feel as a player? You'd be like, you should have just not said nothing. You should have just shut up and let Jalen what he said hit us. Because you come up here saying some dumb shit don't make it better,
bro. Not to cut you off, but when he was talking about the Flowers, nobody was on it. The only person that out of us content creators that was on it was Philly Mike. Shout out to Philly Mike. But he was on it because he's roots on 3. He was talking about Flowers, right? I feel like that was you won't get it now, but you'll get it when it happens or when you feel it. When you feel it moment. I feel like that Nick Sirianni needed to say something because like I said on Twitter, because I was arguing with somebody that was negative about the team. They think we gonna go 1-3 before the bye, right? I said at worst we're gonna go 2-2, but I feel like the coaching staff should have the locker room. It's good that Jalen Hurts is taking the initiative to, control the narrative of him being a leader and everything like that. I get it. But to respect the coach, because the only reason why A.J. Brown respected the coach is because he basically took the blame for the team. A.J. Brown knew that the team messed up. The players messed up. I feel like that Nick Sirianni getting his guys in line, just like a Dan Campbell, after a loss, would give him respect by the fan base, us as content creators. I think that's what will happen.
I'm sure he didn't say 0, though. I'm pretty sure he said, what Jalen said is blah, blah, blah. We back to it on whatever day. I'm sure he said that, but he said he didn't give a speech. He didn't give words of enlightenment. I mean, he said something like, hey, man, look, he probably did say, hey, that was a poor game. We need to get back to it on Tuesday. But what Jalen just said is everything we need. I don't need to follow that up. Maybe he said that because he said it very blatantly on the stand when he said, I felt like I need to say nothing. So hopefully he said the same thing to the team. Like, look, this is also the leader that I believe in a lot too. So when he say something, I'm behind him just as much as I want y'all to be behind me.
But you go off of what you hear from Nick Sirianni. Now, Nick Sirianni interviews 20 minutes long. I watched it twice. It's to the simple fact that Nick Sirianni never said, oh yeah, Jalen Hurts talk. I feel like I ain't had to say something, but this is what I said. Or in summary, this is what I said to the group. Because Kellen Moore being signed here, Vic Fangio being signed here, him having an interview about, hey, what's your role? That's placated in a regular fan's mind. Like, hey, what's your role? If you're sitting up there falling back because Jalen Hurts said something and he feel like he didn't say anything, even if you're right, that he did say something, but it wasn't long-winded. If it was short, because it was like, yo, I agree with everything Jalen said. We need to focus on the details and everything like that. Even if it's that. It's like, okay. Like I said on my tweet, it's almost like you work for a company and it's team managed to the point where if there's no manager there, the team is operating the same. And then you get a manager and the manager sit up there and say, no, I want it operated this way, but you already was successful or was able to go through adversity without the manager? What is the manager's role? That's my issue with Nick Sirianni.
I don't think that's it though. Like I don't think his team managed though. Like I don't think his player managed. I think it was just a moment. But I think it's a moment where the guy you've asked to be a leader all summer long, you've asked him to step in the role to be a grown man, to be a $250 million quarterback. He got a moment where he was really being a leader. He said some shit that you didn't feel the need to say something behind because this is what you asked him to do. Like, if he was doing it all the time, then I'd be like, well, it don't really hit like that. We never hear about Jalen Hurts being passionate after a loss, standing in front of the team that often. It's been very rare that we've heard about Jalen Hurts taking the reins and being like, I got something to say, and really getting up there and saying it. We've seen him break shit down. We've seen him step it up on the sideline. When a guy like that is having a moment, I just feel like, to me, he's great. To me, I put him on a pedestal of a leader. Like people look at him like a Kobe, a Jordan, a Tom, a Peyton. When those type of caliber guys get up and say shit, sometimes the coach just can't follow that up. You don't need to fuck some dumb. Like me personally, like I just feel like Sirianni, yeah, you could have got up there, you could have spoke, you could have said whatever you needed to say. But if everything I'm gonna say is gonna be like a ditto of what Jalen just said, what do I have to say if Jalen speaks in the manner that he does? Like, I've never, like, you could correct me, DV. I've never really heard of Jalen Hurts really like being passionate after a game to the point where he cuts Nick off to have a speech moment, where he cuts Nick off to really like address the team. And we don't know what he said, but I'm pretty sure he took the blame and then he held himself accountable. And he said, whatever y'all got to do for y'all, man, whatever I got to do to get us together, man, to get us running right, I'm willing to do it. Like, it's just to me, like, we hear you every day, Nick. Like, if he don't got the locker room by now, that speech after a loss ain't going to change that. If you ain't bought in and have him as your coach by now, he through. Because week 2, if you ain't got the locker room in week 2, you ain't going to have the locker room in week 17 either. Because guess what? Every moment that gets bad, we gonna distance ourselves more and more from the guy that don't got the locker room. So if he don't got it now, nothing he could have said in a moment of adversity was gonna change that, DB. Like, he could have got up there and said, look, my granddaddy died today, and I'm in an emotional – none of that would have saved him. So if they not bought in on what Nick Sirianni say on a day-to-day basis, he a talkative person. You just said his interviews 20 minutes. Everybody else is be like 15, 14, and most of it be questions. Like, it ain't even response. His is majority response. So you know he a talkative dude. You know he always in practice having something to say. So you've been talking before. You've been talking during the breakdown. You've been talking during the film time. Sometimes it's good to be quiet for a moment. Like, somebody stepped in that you really believe in and that you want to be in a leadership role. And he did something you probably haven't seen him do. And you said, well, damn, I'm going to just let him have that moment because I believe the guys resonate with what he just said. I believe they're going to ride off that. And from what he said, like, when he answered the question, he was like, we just going to get back to it on Tuesday. I believe that's probably what he said to them. Like, Jalen said everything we need to hear, man. Like, if that don't hit, nothing I can say going to hit. We're going to get back to it on Tuesday, man. We're going to fix it. Let's break it down on 3. Because I know he didn't say 0. There's no way he got up there and said, now, if you just was like, let's break it down, then that's cool too. But I'm pretty sure he said, hey, look, we got to fix some things. We got to get back to it on Tuesday. Let's break it down. I don't need you to say a lot, though. What did you – like, that's the only thing that kills me because we didn't get to hear the speech. Now, if I heard the speech, he was like really like hitting some points, hitting some inner moments, holding people accountable, holding himself accountable, saying we got to do better. Like, look, Nick, what I need you to do for me during this week, turn the intensity up, bro. Hold people accountable in practice and not just on the field, because that's where it starts at. You gotta get them practicing better. You gotta be on the. I need you to be on the coordinator's head. Hey man, get these dudes prepared because from watching the tape, it don't look like our edges know they edges. It don't look like our it just don't seem right. And then we ain't even got to the offense yet. Like I ain't even talked about the offense yet. But it's a lot of things on the offense that I like and don't like. Like 3rd and 3, cool, whatever. Saquon dropped it. 9 times out of 10 he catch it. But why does Covey have more targets than Jahan Dotson and Dallas Goedert combined? Why does Cal Katera come out and he's the focal point in the first 2 drives? Like it's things like that bother me. Like why is Goddard not being used in the offense when there is no AJ Brown? When every time I hear you talk, you say Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert. You say that's the 3. So I mean, I just don't know. I just don't get how we get in a game plan and Cal Katera and Covey is the game plan. Like Covey ain't showed nothing, no ability to get no yak yards and things of that nature. Like why is Goddard not getting that same play they ran to Covey? They used to run it to Goddard. He used to get pretty good yards off that. That little bubble mountain split screen. They used to run it to Goddard. Now they don't. And it's like, it seemed like to me when I was watching the tape, it seemed like to me they wanted Goddard to open the field up and use everybody else around him. And he's a pivotal piece. He's not a decoy. He's not a fucking decoy. Like if he's gonna be on the field, use him. Why does he have 4 catches and 30 yards?
3 of them was second half. 3 of them was second half.
So like, why do you and shit? 2 of them was in the 3rd and 1 was in the 4th. Like, why is Goddard leaving a game with 30 yards and there's no AJ Brown? He gets 4 targets a game with AJ on the field, and he got 4 targets with AJ off the field. Like, I'm confused because in my heart of hearts, I was like, Goddard gotta eat. Smitty gotta eat. Like, okay, they did whatever they did to take Smitty away. They did the bracket coverage. They had AJ Terrell follow him. They took him out the game. So guess what? It's 9 on 10. Why is Goddard not getting the ball in 9 on 10?
I think it was more so that Jalen Hurts respect both of those guys and Bates and Simmons too much.
But DB, that's what I'm asking. Why wasn't he underneath? That's what I just asked. Like, why was he going deep if you respect them? If you want to get him involved, you use him where they're not at, right? Where you use Cal Katera and Covey at.
You should.
Those should have been Goddard catches, which probably go for 10 more yards, being honest. He probably get 10 more yards on each one of them catches.
You should use them like that, but at the same time, like, look at who we talking about. Look at somebody that's learning a new offensive scheme, and then we also talking about somebody that, okay, in situational plays, he's going to combat with a Kellen Moore because those couple of plays down the stretch where they said Saquon dropped the ball and all that, I didn't see the type of movement that I would see in the Kellen Moore's offense. I didn't. So that's what I'm saying, that I feel like Nick Sirianni.
What you mean you didn't see movement?
So pre-snap, I've seen, like, just because somebody moving doesn't mean it's movement. It's not. I'm not talking about like pre-snap. I'm talking about after the snap. It's not somebody's like helping out the quarterback. Whereas though that.
On which play we talking about? A 3rd and 3? The Saquon play?
Now, what I did see was Dallas Goedert did come loose. He did. On that Saquon play, the same play. Now, what Nick Sirianni said was that him and Kellen Moore does combat on situational plays, but it's not situational plays during the game. It's situational plays of what they have dealt with before.
Yeah, game plan during the week.
That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Oh no, that's a real thing.
No, because here's my thing, right? Like I said, it's a game of matchups. So, how the Green Bay Packers played you, it's not going to be the same as the Falcons playing you. They got two safeties that we were interested in getting in the offseason before they both signed, right? So, yes, them safeties are going to be content. Now, Justin Simmons, majority of the time, I'm not going to say every time, but majority of the time, his assignment was Dallas Goedert. Now,
Depends on what side of the field he was on. Because if he was on strong side with Smitty, he was the bracket. And when he was on the side with Goddard, he was Goddard.
Yeah. He was bait side.
My problem, DV, with what you just said is exactly what I was trying to say. Like, why don't motion Goddard one side, Smitty on one side? Guess what? If you're trying to double both of them, it's not gonna happen. So you send them on high lows, exactly what they did to us. You send Dallas underneath, you send Smitty over the top, or you vice versa. Like, that's how you get them open. If you got an assignment and we playing bracket, both of your safeties are to one side of the field. Like, everything flowing another way breaks all that up because your boy Bates is trying to cover ground to get to Goddard. You gotta run him across the field away from him. That was my issue. Like, it seemed like they were just running right into him. Like, he was just running seam routes. Man, nobody don't care about that run game. I don't care about that. You can have 1,000 yards running. They had all them rushing yards, and they went 0 for 4 1 for 4 in the red zone. I don't care about that. My problem is my offense isn't complementing the defense. But we should be scoring at will. We should be breaking people at will, bro. And we are literally not sticking to game plans. The run game work, let's pass. The pass game work, let's run. It's like we searching for that even spot, and it's just like you switching it up at the wrong time. Like, I don't like Kenny Gainwell, but he had 2 rushes in that red zone attempt that went for 7 yards. And you bring Saquon in, who's averaging 4.5, 4.9 yards a carry at this moment, and you don't crash him in the hole for at least 2. Cool. Listen. Exactly what Sirianni said, you heard me say it on playback. I said, okay, they sold out for the run, so I understand why you went to the pass. But they have been selling out the run for like 2-3 plays. You had to run it 5 times consecutively up to that moment. 5 can say you ran it 3 times with Saquon, you sell Saquon that, you bring Kenny Gainwell for 2 runs, and we're 3 yards short of third down. Okay, hey, look, Saquon, we need 2. Don't get a loss, we need 2. So we don't need you to make the extra move in the backfield if it ain't there. 2. You get 2, we push, game over. Game over. If you get the 3, even better. We quarterback nil, game over. They have no timeouts. So I get what you were doing with the little pass play because it came open before. You hadn't used it for a while. You knew it was the Andy Reid. He pulled the Andy Reid. He hit us with it The only thing is Andy Reid hit us back to back with it. He didn't even hesitate to hit us back to back in the Super Bowl with it. But he pulled it. He hit him with it. Saquon was wide open on the first one. He come back to it. Saquon wide open on the second one. Like, Saquon had 5 targets, 4 catches. Like, so in my head, like, you could have ran it. I understand that. And I know I seen Goddard open too. But like, that wasn't the read, bro. It was a 1 read play. That read was get outside and drop it into Saquon. He gonna fall in bounds. And we done. We through. It's over with. He gonna be wide open. Like I told you before, like we talked about before, like, it's gonna be some wide open throws, and that was a wide open throw. It just happened to like not get caught. Like I seen Jigga talk about it. Like we ain't spoke on it, but nobody went back to Smitty dropping the touchdown.
What touchdown?
Smitty dropped the touchdown. Jesse Bates broke it up. He was in the end zone.
That's not a drop to me.
How? That's a drop.
You just said Jesse Bates broke it up, bro.
He had it firmly in his hands, and he let Jesse Bates come and slap it out. That's a drop.
That's not a drop to me.
Bro, that is a drop.
A drop to me is you clearly got the ball.
He clearly had the ball.
No, he did not because Jesse Bates broke it up.
But that was after he had the ball, bro.
What was he supposed to do?
You play big body, bro. You put your body on him, you keep him behind you with your shoulder, and you bring the ball into your body. Touchdown.
Smitty is
fancy. No.
Smitty
He did it. He's done it before. We're not using
he did.
small shit. Smitty does that
He
on
did.
a regular basis. He thought he was clean
did.
for the catch, and he let contact.
Against who though?
It was either Justin or Jesse. It don't really matter, but it was one of the safeties.
Here we go.
Jigga, I'm being real. He dropped it, bro. That's a drop, bro. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Listen, DV, if that's AJ, no matter what Buddy would have did to his hands at that moment, I'm guaranteeing a catch. Smitty got comfortable at that moment. Either he was comfortable or tired, however you want to call it.
I think this, right? I feel like football is situational. And I feel like that in that situation, I think that Smitty wasn't in the right position to catch the ball, secure the ball, and block off the defender. That's just me. I feel like that's what it was. This loss really goes on the defense. I don't think it goes too much on the offense. Yes, you could blame Saquon for dropping the pass. A lot of people have been going back and forth all day on Twitter or last couple of days on Twitter about if we should have ran or like I'm on the side of running, but they said it was they said it was the right call. So I'm gonna go with them because they're the coaches at the end of the day.
I'm just like this. We watched him have that ball clean.
Right.
So I don't care what the right call was. He was clear for a first down with the ball in his hands. The right call is the one that happens. Like in my head, like running it, cool. We should have. You get 40 seconds off the clock, time management, but the completion is over. We don't have to even run another play. The next play is Jalen Hurts coming out, putting his knee in the ground.
So what you're saying is that you didn't mind the coaching staff being aggressive there.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because I can't use both. I can't say I want you to be more aggressive. I want you to capitalize on moments, and then when you get aggressive, I say you should have been passive. I just can't do it. That's me.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm asking for Fangio. So if Fangio come out and send a 6-man blitz, I can't sit here and be mad. Like Darnell Mooney touchdown. You won't hear me complain about it because Fangio did what everybody asked him to do. Send pressure. It just so happened that none of the dudes that we sent know how to get pressure.
Yeah. But
I'm almost on Acho's side, bro. And I don't even like dude, but I'm almost on his side. Like it seems like we got a personnel issue to the scheme. We don't got the personnel that match the scheme.
But why though? There we go. That's a conversation. Why though?
Because so technically the way they see the scheme ran, in my opinion, is one way. They seen the scheme ran through Jonathan Gannon, through Sean Desai, and the personnel we have matches the personnel they have, right? Fangio comes in, totally different scheme. Yes, it is the Fangio principles that Gannon and the side ran, but it's not the scheme. They ran the principles, a lot of cover two shell, but with 4-man fronts. Mm-hmm. So he drafted and prepared a roster with 4-man fronts in mind. We're not running 4-man fronts. We're running 2-man fronts with 2 linebackers.
Right.
So when you think about it in that manner, now we don't have big enough guys. See, when you run Fangio's scheme, you need 2 pass rushers in the middle. Also, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter Jalen Carter can be a great pass rusher, but right now he doesn't have the pass rush tools to pass rush how Fangio needs. He needs somebody to get home on damn near every play. Fangio's scheme only is, if you go look, and this ain't me just saying it out of my mouth, go look at the numbers. Anytime Fangio's defense has been top 10 or better, he had a edge rusher that ranked in the top 3.
Yeah.
Every time. He's had 4 top 10 defenses, 4 top 7 defenses or better. In all those years, Khalil Mack, the ball dude we pulled from Chicago, last year in Miami, and San Francisco when he had Alden Smith. The 4 times his defense has been perfect, he has had a top edge rusher. We don't have that right now. And until somebody figures out how to get consistent pressure on the quarterback, this scheme is never going to look good. It's going to look just like we've seen the last 2 weeks.
Hey, Jigga, I don't think Fangio suck. I honestly don't. I don't like the scheme, personally, because I'm old school. That's not the type of scheme I like. I'm more of the what's the guy? What's the guy that came from the Lions and then came to the Eagles, won the championship with us?
Schwartz.
I'm more like
Browns now. You can't call them.
Yeah, I'm more like his scheme. I'm more like Bowles scheme. Things like that. I want us to be aggressive and be disciplined at the same time. Vic Fangio's scheme is more so like, allow quarterbacks to dig and dunk, but don't give up the big plays. I feel like this, right? Because a lot of people today, especially on the radio, I've been listening to, and I want your thoughts on it, Smitty. They were basically saying that we got 3 first-round picks from Georgia: Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. They were basically saying that they were busts because these are players that we picked before Vic Fangio became the defensive coordinator, and these is not his type of guys. What do you think about that?
I'm gonna answer that in 2 seconds. The first 2 you said, Jigga, I'm cool with. I'm trading Wink out for Vrabel though. Wink Martindale caused too much in the front office. Now, it's hard to comment on that, like the radio statement, but like to say they bust is kind of odd, right? Because I feel like this year to me is going to look very bad if it don't get fixed quick. But it's like Jordan Davis can only do his job if everybody around him execute their job. He's taking the double teams. I seen one play, bro. DP, I was laughing too. Jordan Davis got one hand here, one hand here. He trying to fight through. He got 2 dudes. Him is not why I'm laughing. I seen Josh Sweat on this side, 1-on-1. Like this. I seen Huff. And then I seen Jalen Carter trying to fight through. And I'm like, there's no penetration here. I counted 3 plays where Kirk Cousins had 6 seconds. So it's like Jordan Davis isn't a pass rusher. We getting killed on all ends. And to me, the game plan that they ran, obviously they probably didn't game plan for Jordan Davis, but it's a game plan that eliminates Jordan Davis. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, I didn't see that timeout. Yeah, but it's a lot. Like, he was fighting for his life a few times. Like, and I know being a big fella, I've never been like a nose tackle, but I know his head. He like, is anybody gonna get to the quarterback while I got these two? It's like, can anybody get back there? I need a break. Like, I'm tired of all of these big dudes, man. And like, if everybody not executing, we said it last year, bro. And Josh Sweat kind of said it too. Like, nobody's rushing as a team, as a unit. There's no unit plan of getting to the quarterback. There's no unity how we're rushing. It's just, hey, I'm lined up in front of 63. If I beat 63, I don't care about nothing else. So if I'm lining up with him, that's who I'm being. It ain't no like we ain't doing no stunts. We ain't doing no. I was watching it's the Chris Long show, but it's Bo Allen. He be giving down like breakdowns. He like, bro, I've never seen a line that's getting chipped that ain't trying to like fight to keep their man from getting chipped. There is no like hit him and keep moving. It's just like, oh, I'm going to my man and work my man only. There's no help. There's no unity. There's no pass rush plan. It's just whoever gets to the quarterback, we get to the quarterback. If we don't, next play. It's never gonna work like that. It's never gonna work like that because when I'm picking up double teams, I'm like as a dude like Jordan Davis, I'm counting on Jalen Carter winning. I'm counting on Bryce Huff. I'm counting on Josh Sweat. I'm just a space eater. I know I can't rush the quarterback. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to make sure y'all get easy lanes. And when they're double teaming me and nobody's winning, when they're double teaming Jalen Carter and nobody's winning, it's tiring, bro. It's tiring. Like, I need y'all to win at least once. And I didn't see not one time where it was like a win. The one time I think I did see a win, it was like the third quarter, and Josh Sweat kind of set the edge, and he worked his way back in. He made the tackle. It still was like a gain of 2 or 3, but it was a little bit better. Like, I mean, I need those other guys around him to go. Like, it don't look good. You brought it up, bro. It don't look good when I turn the tape on and Bryce Huff laying on his stomach. The third play, bruh, no. It ain't even, look, you laughing. I was dying. It was the third play of the game. You think you see
What can I do? What else can I do but laugh,
I'm saying, you laughing. I was laughing because it's the third snap of the game. You see snaps like that in the late fourth quarter. We've been getting killed all game. I'm tired. I fell because I didn't have energy left in my legs. This is the third rep. And guess what? Guess what the lineman did? He said, "Oh, this is easy work." He just put his arm on the back of him and just kept him on the ground. Hey, man, look, man. And then I see you 2 plays later. I said, "Oh man, this is the kicker." They put the backup tight end on you, 1-on-1, no help, no tackle help, no nothing. He completely clapped you. He completely closed you like a lock and had you babysitting over there with him. He was just. Where is the moves we seen in this tape? I haven't seen you Euro step yet. I haven't seen you swim move. I haven't even seen you do. Listen, I would rather you be doing what Nolan Smith doing. At least he's trying to make the move work. This man, bro, this is the worst rep I've seen in my life, DB. He ran up to the lineman and he just said, "Why are you engaging him?" What is, bro? Listen, I didn't play D-line. I told you I played secondary. I listen to D-line coach. If you don't have to put hands on him and he ain't got to put hands on you, you get around him. Your job is to get to the quarterback. Why did you grab the lineman first? There is no pass rush whatsoever. And it seemed like everybody across the line they didn't bring their lunch pail to work, so they hungry and they ain't got no tools in that month. They ain't got no tools. It's just one move and done. And we watched Bryce Huff put 2-3 moves together. Dude, I seen him Euro spin outside, ghost move. I seen him do all, and now he just like. So it's hard to say they bust. That's all I did all that to say. It's hard to say somebody a bust when everybody around you not doing their job. Like it's hard to.
No, it's not. Because here's the thing, right? Think about it like this. Perspective. You got somebody that benefited off of what's his name? Salah?
Mm-hmm.
Salah, yeah, his scheme, right? His defensive scheme. Because he's more of a defensive coach than an offensive coach. 40, a little over 40% of the snaps Bryce Huff played.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he was only asked to play pass rush. Just go get after the quarterback. Yeah, he got the plays for that. He said it in the offseason like, yo, this is the first time I was ever asked to play that. I never was asked to play that with the Jets.
Hey, Hamid, he playing special teams. That's what he doing.
Who?
Jalen Hunt. He
So,
playing damn special teams.
Well, right now he is because he's coming off an injury. So I don't know how they're going to excuse me. I don't know how they're going to play him after this game. I don't. But I do know that Jalen Hunt is a big time Vic Fangio pick for the draft. But back to Bryce Huff, man. You know, Bryce Huff, I seen him fall. Floor was but how am I gonna say floor? The field wasn't slippery at all. Why are you falling? Why are you falling before you get into contact with an offensive lineman? Why are you being beat by a tight end? Him and Josh Huff. It wasn't just him. Josh Huff got beat too by Kyle Pitts. He did. All that little sweaty J and him wiping his forehead and all that out the window. Because I'm like, yo, a tight end though by himself. It wasn't even a dual block. It was just the tight end. You can't get past the tight end.
Nope.
This is why I said, and I wasn't even for it at first because I'm like, yo, he's asking for a certain price and all that. But this is why I said that you got to go and get Samurai Jack from Korea with the open toe Jones because it ain't looking right. If to Eagles fans, Eagles
gang that up. Shit, the Jets lost they second D in over the weekend. We gang that shit up. Jermaine Johnson, I think he tore his Achilles. They finna pay him.
I don't think they are.
I think they is.
Okay. I don't think
I just look at it. But they have like three DNs on the roster right now. You can't go into many more games like that. And the only other person I can see them going to get is Ngakoue. I mean, if you want to do that,
yeah, and that's who we need.
Yeah, I'll take Yannick.
That's who we need right now.
He don't fit well in a 3-4 scheme, but we'll make it work.
But see, that's what I don't want because I feel like majority of the people that Howie Roseman did sign, like it was great signings. Don't get me wrong, But I feel like that with this Vic Fangio scheme, I feel like that they're going to struggle a little bit before they get it right. And
I
we don't
think
need
Bryce
that.
Huff's problem is he came from a wide 9. He not rushing from the 9. He rushing from the 7. It's a little different technique.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. That
No, I think it's opposite. He rushing from the 9. He used to rushing from the 7. Remember, we seen him with his hands in the dirt right in front of the tackle when we was watching him before. And now he's up, he's standing up, and he's outside the tackle. Maybe, I don't know, man. I ain't trying to make no excuses from him, but he probably don't fit the scheme either. Right?
It's not excuses. We watched the tape. We watched the game inside the game, and he doesn't fit the scheme that Vic Fangio is trying to run. And that's why Vic Fangio got on the podium and basically said, yo, he's not there yet, but he got potential.
And what's funny is 3-4 is supposed to be better against the run.
Right. But when you don't have...
He got to put some heavy hitters down there in them threes, though. I think it should be more Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Milton Williams sets.
It should, but when you send them there trying to discipline people right before the game...
I'm not mad at that. I'm not gonna be mad at that. You got to discipline a dude. You got to show him you mean business.
No,
because then if you don't discipline him, then he's just not showing up. He's just like, oh,
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. What I'm saying is, it's not going to be those 3 if you got to discipline certain people.
Well, Hamid got the third. If he got to get disciplined, throw Booker out there.
We got to see how many snaps that Booker can play. Because it got to be a heavy rotation to the point where these guys are not being fatigued.
I ain't asked you to give him a lot. 15 to 22. That's all we need from him. We just need you to give the other guys enough of a break that they're not out there 40, 50, 60 plays at some point. Because it's going to be a team that's going to be way more methodical than like Atlanta. Atlanta kind of was gashing us, but it was bigger plays. So it was like, it's going to be teams like Cincinnati who will play the quick game with you. They will dump. That's why I need you to be in the smooth rotation, keeping dudes healthy, keeping dudes fresh, in and out. I told you before, I thought we had too many cornerbacks and safeties and not enough D-line.
Going off of Jordan Davis, right? It's a whole thing on Twitter here in Philadelphia, sports media, the radio.
Yeah, he a bust. He threw. He's a waste of draft.
Think that? Do you think that?
No, I don't.
Why?
I see it. I'm watching the tape. You just told me we watching the tape, but I'm seeing him do what he's supposed to do as a D lineman. I'm seeing plays where he doesn't, but you see that from everybody. But I'm seeing him play to that potential. The problem is, even when he does right, when it's not all right, it's gonna break down. Remember, I was just saying like what Josh Sweat said. We're not a unit. We're not together. So even when I did see Jordan Davis get a good push in the middle of the line, he was the only one with the push. And it's like, okay, Jordan, if you do shed the block, you probably could have got Kurt. You know what I mean? But in the run game, he did his job. Like he anchored the middle. He flowed with his gap. He can't cover back lanes. That's not his job. Why is Zach Bond laying on the ground because he got chop block and didn't see the block coming? Like
that part.
Bro, this man was flowing with the bro. He flowing eyes like this. He looking dead at the running back, and then the lineman just said, "Like, bro, you didn't see this big man coming." And now, since we playing gaps, right? Where is Nakobe Dean? He's in his gap outside. He has to pursue back inside to cut off a 15-yard gain because Zach Bond, and I don't even remember seeing him get up and chase it. He was just like laying on top of Buddy like, dang, you got me pretty good. My knees hurt. Like, bro, you got to see stuff like that. People, listen, offensive linemen moving forward are going to be climbing to the second level. If y'all aren't attentive, y'all are going to get killed. And like I said before, Fangio didn't adjust really to me from my what I see to the fourth quarter. And I thought you come out in the second half, you hit him with something different, and you change it up. But it seemed like to me, he didn't change to the fourth. And then you start having the Kobe Dean follow Bijan. Okay, cool. They don't went away from Bijan now. Now your pass rush not getting home, and your back end is covering forever in a day. Like, I don't know how long you can cover on the back end. And then on the last play, the last drive, you said, you know what? We've been playing aggressive all day long. We've been sitting on routes. We've been sitting on receivers. We haven't been scared. But I'm going to play scared in the last drive. Let's go into a defense we haven't played all day. Cover 2 shell. Bro, that would have been Vic Fangio's lowest game of cover 2 shell in his history since he created his own defense ever. And it would have been the most productive in the past game it had been until he went into cover 2 shell. And to me, it was like, I don't know if you see it, it was like Kirk Cousins went into like, oh, I got this. Cover 2 shell. I know exactly where I'm going with the ball. He wasn't even, boop. I know where they're going to be at. And he didn't change it. He didn't change it. He ran it all the way down to the goal line. And then he said, you know what? Let's play a little man. And what does Darius Slay do? Darius Slay is watching Kirk Cousins like he's Lamar Jackson about to scramble. Why? Why are you watching Kirk Cousins like he's mobile, like he's finna scramble for this touchdown? And you're flat-footed. So you get beat on an out route with only 3 yards between you and the sideline, and you get beat on an out route. Like, what? That was to me. Listen, did you see the cover snaps for Darius Slay? You know when he was attacked, Kirk Cousins didn't get an incompletion. He was 4 for 4 for 48 yards and a touchdown.
I believe it.
Quinyon Mitchell had better stats.
Yeah.
It was I can't really use nobody else because nobody else played enough snaps. Avonte Maddox was pretty bad too. I think he was like 8 for 10 when he attacked
he had to be bad. He had to be bad. That's why I said that Avonte Smith, not Avonte Smith. What the hell am I talking about? Avonte Maddox. Avonte Maddox, I feel like even before the injury, he was awful. He was god awful. And you decided to put him back out there. Isaiah Rodgers was available.
I mean, who's still left in the league from Jim Johnson tree? I don't think none of them dudes around. But I'll take. Hey, look, I'll take Vrabel.
Yeah, I would. I definitely would.
Vrabel. He gonna play some tough mother defense.
If Vrabel got fired today or tomorrow, and he wanted to,
bro, he's not even a coach. He's not even a coach, bro. He's a player personnel, like a quality control coach for the defense. He's not even a coach. He just personnel. He on the Browns doing nothing.
Yeah, we need him. We need him to.
He on the Browns doing
Bro,
this him right now. This him right now. He got a coach. If you look it up, it's a personnel coordinator.
Do you think that the Eagles organization has a lot of hope for the Vic Fangio type of scheme?
Well, I think technically speaking, wasn't it Sirianni that liked that scheme? I know they liked the coach at one point. I know they liked it like Fangio for a minute. I think that was more friendship than the scheme. I think Fangio the one that liked this bullshit scheme.
Sirianni is an opportunist.
No, but look, this is what I think happened with him coming in. I think we ran it 2 years, 3 years. It looked good 2022, because the pass rush worked. And when he had that meeting over the summer, they say, you still want to run the Fangio scheme? The only way we can continue to run it is if we can get Fangio in. Because if you look at the guys they interviewed, none of them were Vic Fangio disciples. They were all like 4-3. They were, more on that side. So I think he got stuck with the scheme again, maybe because he likes the scheme. He wanted to run the scheme, and they wanted Fangio to run the scheme if we're gonna run the scheme. I think they gave it one more shot. Like 2022 was good. Okay, if Jonathan Gannon can run it, why can't Vic Fangio? You know what I'm saying? Like the mindset to me, I think they were just like, if we go run it again at any capacity, Fangio has to be here to run it, or we're moving on.
I know why. 2022, you just spoke about it, right? In 2022, we had the right personnel to run that scheme, or what parody it was of that scheme with Jonathan Gannon. We had the right personnel in place. You had the TJ Edwards. You had who was that? The other linebacker.
Kazir White.
Yeah, you had Kazir, right? You had the right scheme. Then you had the pass rush with
Hassan and Sweat.
Hargrave. No, Hargrave helped a lot because Josh Sweat, I don't believe that he could do it by himself because we've seen it, right? So Hargrave did help a lot. We had people in place. You had still Fletcher Cox was there. Jordan Davis was a rookie.
I got a hot take.
It's a lot to go with it.
I got a hot take.
Go ahead.
If we ran the scheme more like Jonathan Gannon right now, it'd be more successful than the way Vic Fangio ran it.
Say that again.
If we ran the scheme more like Jonathan Gannon ran it, it'll be better than the scheme that Fangio is running right now himself.
Wow, that's crazy.
The 4-3, bro. The 4-3 changes the pass rush. When you running 2D tackles and all these outside linebackers, I seen a set where our 5 front was Zach Bond, Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, Moro Ojomo, and Nolan Smith. I said, what? This the 5-man front? So this is supposed to be the 5-man front. Why is Josh Sweat playing D tackle?
Chick, I'm not going to keep fighting with you, bro. Like, TJ Edwards in this scheme wasn't a bum. I don't know what he's doing over there in Chicago.
Balling.
Right now. Huh?
He balling.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't a bum.
If I'm not mistaken, he leads the NFL in tackles right now.
He wasn't a bum, bro.
No, he wasn't a bum. I think Kazir White was a bum.
Kazir White was a product. Kazir White, just like who I just say. I was just thinking about it. A lot of people are a product of the environment, and I feel like Bryce Huff. I feel like Bryce Huff is a product of his environment.
But Kazir White wasn't good with the Chargers, though.
But he was good with us because of the scheme.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was good.
Okay.
All year I was asking him to get benched for N'Kobe. I wanted N'Kobe to take his spot.
Listen. Of course you did because you was the Kobe guy. But what I'm saying,
I just thought Kazir was bad, bro. Like he had a lot of dumb plays.
Of course he had dumb plays. All players have dumb plays.
Cap, Hamid. Big cap.
Ewan, what's up, man? But yeah.
What's up, Ewan?
All players have dumb plays, bro.
He talking about Kazir White better than Dean. Cap.
he's a better pass coverage linebacker than Dean, but everything else Dean got him on. Everything else Dean got
And
him
I
on.
don't even after seeing Dean in a few pass coverages, man. As long as you don't send him on a wheel route, he can cover everything else. But once you take him upfield, he toast. That was TJ Edwards' problem too, though. TJ Edwards, once you take him upfield,
That's TJ Edwards. Kaiser White was there.
Oh, Kaiser just couldn't make tackles. That's what make him bad for me.
Hey, you gotta pick your poison, bro.
Tackling is part of the poison. I listen.
No. Tackling. Yeah, you want him to tackle.
If you can cover and can't tackle, you can't do me no good.
Right, but when Kaiser White get an interception or a pass,
I don't know where they get this. Show me where y'all get this stat from that Dean is only good on the blitz. Show me the stat. Show me it.
Not because he's not only just good on a blitz, he's good at going sideline to sideline, especially looking at the running back that can catch out the backfield or anybody that can catch out the backfield. He's good there. You see him make plays in the first week. You know what I'm saying? Second week, I don't know what kind of defense stance we were in.
But he was the one making the plays though.
Even though
they was down the field, I mean, but
once we made that adjustment, but
it's hard. Like I understand it when you look at it, you just like, oh, we got gas. Linebackers didn't play their spot, but like I told y'all last week, I didn't like Zach Bond hold integrity. He doesn't hold his hold. Once he think he know where the play going, he reacts. It's almost. You know what it remind me of, bro? You know who Bond remind me of? He remind me of 2021 Diggs. Really aggressive. The cornerback for Dallas. Really aggressive and reacts off his first instinct. And if he get beat, he get beat. And it's usually bad. That's what Zach Bond was doing. He flowing he flowing like this. And then he like, oh, I got the lane. I'm going this way. But I watched Bijan 3 straight plays, catch Bond in the out of hole commitment, cut right back where he should have been at.
You know, Zach Bond, the second week, first week I told everybody, I said, look, Zach Bond still got Zach Bond didn't really have that much tape. He didn't have that much tape. Now he got tape because they see what he did in Brazil. So the Atlanta Falcons, what they did, what was smart, was, hey, go to the second layer, block him because he's athletic. We can't take that away from him. But to me, he reminded me of Singleton.
No, he's not that bad.
No, he was that bad this game. He was. Bro.
I said Diggs because he gambling. He gambling on knowing where to play at.
But that's what Alex Singleton did.
To me, it felt like Singleton just was head first. I'm going. He wasn't even. So when you watch Bond, it's almost calculated. It's like, okay, hold. All right, he finna make a move. I'm going to make a play. But when you're playing a team like Atlanta, making that move to make a play is deadly because first off, your edge is not holding. So if anybody need integrity, it's the linebacker. He was the only you the clean man. You should be able to throw. I understand you want him to react, but your other linebacker in the Kobe Dean is already reacting to the play. He's already trying to take away a lane. We need you to keep your lane. Cut back. To me, it felt like Alex Singleton. Soon as the ball, he going to try to get one. To me, I felt like Bond was just a little bit calculated, but like you just gotta be disciplined. Like, hey, I know I want to make that play, but I need him to commit to me before I commit to this hole because they are running backside. They ran into the weak side. So you got an extra block on the opposite side. You gotta stay home. You gotta wait for it.
Let me ask you a question though. So BG, 2 days ago, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, like yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
He was on 94.1 and he was basically saying that we weren't all together. You know, he was agreeing with Josh Sweat of what he said, basically saying that, you know, we not all together. Do you think that that's accurate, or do you think that it's more so that we need playmakers on this team?
We're not playing together, bro. Accurate, very accurate. That's what I'm saying about Zach Bond. If you're disciplined, if you're worried about the team, you stay home. You stay home. You wait for the play to come, because most of the time the play coming back your side. Because we do have a good push on one side. Sometimes we've pushed it up. They're hoping you commit. You've done it over and over again, and you watch them cut it back. When do you come and say, I gotta be better for my team and stay at the crib? Huff, like, you know when you're in the game, but this was it get to the point it's egregious. You know you in the game. You know you have backside containment, and if you don't, you need to push it up front side and make them go to backside containment. But I watched a play where I couldn't even see this man number. He was so engulfed in the offensive line. I didn't even know Huff was there. I was like, what? Like, what are you doing? Why are you inside? And then, you know, Sweat, we've been talking about him for years. He got that bad habit of making a play because he a pass rusher. So he think he got the play. It was like the third quarter. I ain't gonna go through all the plays, but it's like the third quarter. Maybe it was that drive where they was kind of like killing the clock a little bit on us, going down. They had like 60 or 70 yards or something like that in the drive. They got a field goal, but it was a play where if Sweat don't go under, he stopped the play. They coming right at him. The tackle come out, and Sweat I guess Sweat think he run 4-2. So Sweat dips under, and he dips under, and as he dips under, as soon as he come out his dip, what's the name going around him? Right to I said, man, that's some shit. Gardner Johnson getting low key burnt a lot too. Hell, good play, should have.
You gonna tell him?
It was cover 0 first off, and we should have got a sack. Cause he sent 7. He sent 7 against 5 blockers. Like, we didn't even get there. We didn't even sniff his cologne. We didn't sniff his aftershave. That play shouldn't even happen.
No.
Why do you get 3 seconds to make a play with 7 rushers? Why? Just what you just said, bro. They wasn't together. They wasn't being a unit.
They weren't together because I seen a play, like I said, on my video, right the day after, because I was still pissed, man. I didn't really get good rest, so I was real calm. Family was still asleep. That one play, he put Nakobe Dean in a bad situation, and I feel like they try to blame Nakobe Dean on this big game. Nakobe Dean dropped back in coverage. BG got the sack, but it got called back because Nakobe Dean was out of position, and they called it flag.
Why is Nakobe Dean one-on-one on Drake London?
That's what I'm saying.
Why? Oh, I know it. Listen, as soon as you said the play, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what play you're talking about. Why are you?
Right.
Why is he one-on-one? Why? And listen, it wasn't like it was zone, DV. It was man. So if Drake London wasn't even running that, say for instance he was running an out and up, Nakobe Dean would have been stuck in an out and up with no help. With no help.
Last comment.
It's player. It's I don't even know the percentage, but it's player and coaching, bro. Clint, whatever his name is, that big dude, be walking around the
Clint Hurt.
sideline.
Clint Hurt.
You all big, but these boys playing small. What's going on? But listen, Ash said it multiple times. Shout out to Sis. She said it multiple times. Coordinators are the key. These boys don't look prepared to rush together. So let alone somebody stepping up and saying, we got to do this as a team. We have to have rush plans as a team from the coordinator. Where is Clint Hurt rush plans? These are things you draw out every week. What are we going to do if they do this? What are we going to do if they do that? If they chip block, how do we get back there and create pressure? Because what's going to happen is if we don't want to get burnt and Fangio has to manufacture pressure, you're going to have less guys in the secondary, more guys trying to rush. If you're not getting home, you're going to see more of what CJ got.
I mean, team captains, man. I think BG's a captain. I know for sure Jalen Hurts is a captain. I'm very sure AJ Brown is a captain. Darius Slay, I don't know. I don't know because
that dude pissed me off every time.
He's very man. Did you see that damn? Everybody that damn. It wasn't a good route, bro. It wasn't a good route.
And then I heard hold on. Did he jersey exchange with that dude?
He jersey exchanged. While Kirk Cousins was talking, he was on the sideline. He took his jersey off. He signed it for somebody, bro. That's not the type of captain we need, bro. You don't need that. I don't give a damn how good your goddamn wife banana pudding is. There's no way, and I never had it, but there's no way that you sit up there and do that after giving up that game-winning touchdown. There's no way you do that.
You're supposed to be devastated. You're supposed to be upset.
We need, Jacob, correct. We need dogs because that's exactly what I was about to say, right? Gardner Johnson,
or make them find the dog. Bro, I don't even want to. I don't like when people do that. He ain't come and give the man no flowers, none. You just came in here and say he got burnt. I mean, you just came in here and gave the man burnt. What about the 4th and 1 where he stood up like Ray Lewis in the paint?
I mean, I said it myself. When I feel like that he was in a position to make a tackle, but of course, just like week 1, he was out of position to make the tackle because he was on another assignment. If you watch the tape, he was on another assignment. Once he got loose, he had to try to make a play. He couldn't make the play. It's easy to blame at the eye. Watching it live is easy to blame him. But if you watch it, it wasn't him. It wasn't him at all. So
what's good?
Watching it live, I was like, damn, man. CJ Gardner Johnson shouldn't, just joking around. I'm like, CJ Gardner Johnson shouldn't have cut his locks off. But then when he made that, listen. And I was like, yo, when he made the 4th down play, I said, all right, he got his twist back. He got his twist back on that stop. Because that was a grown man stop. It was like Ray Lewis against Titans, running back. What's his name? Come on, man. You know who I'm talking about.
Now?
Eddie George.
Eddie.
No.
Oh, okay.
When he went against Eddie George in that stop, it was just like that. And I said, yo, that's a grown man stop. And when he did that, and because I heard you on the playback, I was like, yo, I said to myself, yo, he threw his helmet off.
Oh yeah, he took that helmet off.
He took the helmet off, right? Because he was celebrating.
It was the moment.
I get it. But at the same time, he threw that helmet off. What's going on, Rob? But yeah, he threw that helmet off. But I'm happy that they called the call that they did, because if they didn't, yeah, we would have been into some shit. But CJ Gardner Johnson, regardless of how he played fully, he was always in a situation where he could have made the tackle. And you seen him a lot shaking
Jigga,
his
that's
head.
not even the
shaking his
same
head.
drive, Jigga.
That play meant nothing. If
It's not even.
doesn't throw
He didn't even.
into double cover.
That's not even the same drive. That's the 3rd and 3 drop drive after he made that play. We go down 3rd and 3. Saquon drop it. 4th and 3. We kick the field goal. That's totally different drive, bro. Totally different.
It definitely was. It definitely was.
Totally different.
And
you missing a drive.
And Jalen Hurts on that throw, he did get hit.
Yeah, right under the hill.
He did get hit. And then listening to his interview today, his press conference today, he said he was going through some type of illness. You know, I don't know how true that is, because I know certain players does do that. Like, you know, to say, oh, I was going through something if it didn't come out in their favor. Because if Saquon Barkley catch that,
was he talking about the game though, or did he just ask him how you feel? And he was just like, "Oh, I'm just coming through a little sickness." I thought he was just asking how he felt.
So how I looked on Twitter, because I didn't see the interview until after I got off of work. On Twitter, they were saying that he was going through something throughout the game. But I'm like, that's a hell of a way to go through something if you sit up there showing your athleticism, still getting touchdown. I mean, not touchdowns, first downs, getting over 80 yards, carrying the ball, and then also getting a touchdown to Smitty over 150 yards. Like that's a good game to me. You know, a lot of people want to blame this interception, just like you know, we went through with Cool Cat. Shout out to Cool Cat, but just like we went through with him right after the game, it wasn't an interception. He should have never got put in that situation. Like I'm on the fence about that 3rd and 3 play, but I thought that we should have ran it, because we already know just by Nick Sirianni and his type of thought that this is a 4th down territory, whereas though we're going to run the tush push. I'm pretty sure that Saquon Barkley could have got 2 yards running. Tush push, 1st down, game over. I would have rather played the safe. But a lot of people thought that, or no, some people thought that pass and play was the right play. I get it, that he should have caught the ball. I get it. But then what I didn't like is that soon as that play happened after the game and everything like that, now it's, when he was with the Giants, he did drop some passes too.
I hated that. Bro, you want to know what's funny? You know how many drops he had in his whole career? 16.
Tell me that.
16.
Okay. He been in the league for how long?
16. If you technically want to be honest, he averages like maybe three a year. Maybe.
Right.
Guess how many targets he averaged a game? 5.5.
Right.
That's so you're telling me he's barely he dropping what, one pass every 5 games? I don't want to hear that. And I've seen a couple people saying that. Like, 1 every 5 games a season. Come on, bro. And I see. Listen. So then they say, oh, well, he got a low key fumble problem too. He had 6 fumbles in his career.
Jigga, that's false, because like I said on my video, I don't know if you watched my video or anything like that with me just recording. Even if it went down the way that we wanted it all to go down, to the point where we ran down the clock, 40 seconds on the clock, or probably like 50 something on the clock, and Kirk Cousins and them wasn't able to drive down the field to change the whole emotion and the momentum, I still would have a problem with the defense. I still would have been over here talking about the defense. So when it changed the whole pivotal,
I think he's still saying the defensive problem. I think he's saying like just that play would have stood out. People would be talking about that play today. Like, man, their defense was some boo-boo, but that one play that Gardner made, boy, oh my God. Now you're not going to even hear about it. They're not going to publicize it. They're not going to put it out there.
I don't think that. I don't think that, because at the end of the day, I feel like that it still would have been some questions by us, probably not national media, but it'd have been some questions about what we seen, because we watched the games.
But we would have even been hype about it more. Like we barely even touched on it. Like I touched on it a couple times when we thought, that was game. But like it ain't really an important part now. Like it's a cliff note in the game you lost. It's a bright spot in a game you lost. So I mean, it don't really matter. Like a bright, bro. It's like a shiny penny and shit. Like yeah, it's shiny, but I don't want it no more. Like it don't mean nothing to me because it's covered in. You know what I mean? It's just. Yeah, it was a good play, but it's compounded with a loss. Like the loss don't help me want to do it.
If it's me, if we're talking about that flat, Saquon runs, catch the ball, 9 times out of 10, I feel like that he can make that play. A lot of people think that he can't. Well, not a lot. Half of the fan base think he can't because it didn't happen in this game. I don't think that's where we lost at though. I don't feel like that's where we lost at. That's just it could have been a nail in the coffin. And
like
that's why a lot of people I don't think that's where we lost at though.
No, I said it's like a 50-50 move because there's a lot of other things you could point to. You let a team go down in 60 seconds. You let Kirk Cousins. I'm just saying. No. Them letting them go back after we kicked the field goal. He dropped the pass. We kicked the field goal. They go back down and score.
No, I'm saying after he dropped the pass, that was afterwards. So
I'm saying, yeah, you could say all those things, but there's a lot of shit that led up to the 3rd and 3, like that. We shouldn't even been in a situation where we was having to clinch up a game. We should have been in a position where we were smooth sailing. You know what I mean? Like, we stalled out a couple of times in the red zone. We skipped out on a 4th and 4 field goal. Like, I think people like, oh, you wouldn't have went for it on 4th and 4 the first time, but you would have went for it on 4th and 3. I'm like, the 4th and 4 to me is early in the game. It's an opportunity to put points on the board. It's an opportunity to kind of mellow things out, get off the field. Getting stopped on 4th and 4 doesn't really help the momentum of the team.
Hamid, I'm happy you said that because I had a question for Smitty. So I listened to also on the way home. It'll take me some time to get home. But also on the way home, I did listen to Nick Sirianni's press conference. And not just Jalen Hurts, but Nick Sirianni's. And he was basically saying that, him, Kelly Moore, they collabed because they were in certain situations and the situations that the Eagles were put in or other teams were put in that they looked at the tape, things like that. Do you think that that's the right way to look at situations? Or do you think that you got to go do the motions of the situation of the game that you're in to coach the right way?
I'm not an analytical coach, so I'm going with the groove of the game. I'm going with what's going on the field. I'm going with how the game is rolling for me at the moment. Yes, previous experiences will come in your head. You will remember things where you called a play, it didn't work. You did this, it didn't work. But like in my eyes, is like at that moment, bro, you just gotta go with the flow. The game is in a crucial moment. Going with the analytical play could have been right or wrong, but you gotta go with the flow. I mean, you gotta go with the gusto. Like we play to win, like because it's the one time you go with your gut and it worked and you're a hero, and then it's the time like now where you go to analytics and people looking at you like you shouldn't have did what you did. So it's like a 50-50 to that. That's why I said it was 50-50. Like it's a moment where, yeah, cool, the pass, it works. We all happy. Eagle fans around the world are probably still cheering, the offense on for carrying the defense. We cheering the offense on for carrying the defense, but we still killing the defense at this moment. But we would have been like, well, at least the offense was able to wake up and, Jalen Hurts did his thing. Because at that point, bro, I'm looking at Jalen Hurts like A++++. So I would have been a little bit okay with the offense converting right there and we getting out of there with a win. I still would have been very upset with my defense, because that didn't change. Like, it almost felt like he had a conversation with Jim Schwartz. You know, Jim Schwartz's favorite line was yards don't mean nothing.
Just like you said last week, we watched the game similar. Yes, I was on the phone with you. I heard you when you said on the playback. Shout out to y'all for doing that. I heard you say, yo, if you want a mic, just request the mic, John. I have you hop on. But I'm sitting here like, yo, I need to watch the game. And yeah, y'all was a little ahead of me, but I'm sitting here like just watching the game, and I feel like it should have been situational throughout the moment, not situations that they already been in. But that's basically where he was spewing the whole press conference that, hey, we watched this tape, and we compared it to other teams that was in certain situations. No, you got to know who your personnel is, and then you also got to know what's the situation. The situation is, yo, 3rd and 3, you got Saquon Barkley in the game. He gets you at least 2 yards. Tush pushes 99% of first down if it's 4th and 1. Why not do that? Ice the game. This team don't have another timeout, right? But a lot of people are like, oh, you pass it there, Saquon Barkley catches it, he's in for the touchdown. I don't know if he's in for the touchdown. I
don't even care about the touchdown. I don't even care about the touchdown. Just give me the first.
I know he get the first down. But I don't know if he was in for the touchdown. Now, going off of what Hamid just last typed, right? Commented. I had Dotson catching having 4 catches, 6 targets or 7 for a touchdown. He didn't have that. Dallas Goedert, I had him stepping up because AJ Brown wasn't there. He didn't really step up. Why? Because I felt like, because we thought, okay, Kellen Moore was going to scheme guys open. But what I've learned in his past 72 hours is that it was a collab between Kellen Moore and Nick Sirianni, which explains a lot, because it was times that Dallas Goedert wasn't really involved in the offense.
Bro, so the wrestling show just started, right? And these Cowboy fans said, man, I gave it up, but not like the Eagles. What? Bruh.
What? All right, shout out to my man. Because I was at the Devontae game, Devontae Smith softball game with him. Shout out to him, man. My guy, bald head dude. I forgot his name. I'm mad that I got a brain fart. But like he said, Eagles or Saquon dropped the ball.
He said it took Saquon dropping the ball for us to lose.
Yeah, but the the Cowboys dropped the soap. It's a difference. But going off of that, right? Because the Cowboys did play the Saints. How do you feel about going into this game?
The Saints? It's hard to say I'm confident. Like, offensively, I'm confident. I feel like we can get the woes worked out. I think we can get it more smoother. It can run better, right? But defensively, I mean, they run so much close to what Atlanta ran. How can I sit up here and say confidently we can go out there and stop that? Like, they're gonna run almost their favorite players outside zone on the weak side. They're gonna run exact same run game as they're not running with a bat like a Bijan, obviously. Alvin Kamara is still dangerous, but he's not Bijan. Bijan will make a play whenever it happens. But So I'm in a predicament where like I don't know about defensively. I believe offensively we're gonna be good. I think defensively, unless they fix some things, bro. Because I don't think the Saints' offensive line is in the run game is as because the pass game, the Atlanta Falcons aren't good, but I don't know.
I see your face.
I'm not gonna do this with Jigga. I'm not gonna do this with Jigga, man. Gaslighting right now. I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not doing this, bro. I'm not doing this, man. You got it, Jigga. You got it, bro. you got it, bro. God, I looked down and seen it was like, this is what we really saying right now?
Yeah, there you gonna say that. It's easy to blame.
Hey, look, I'm starting to believe, bro. The fans in my fan base is the exact replica of the media that covers my fan base. They don't be just getting their takes out of the air. They get it from these unrealistic fans that go overly dramatic when we lose a game. Like we were supposed to go 20-0. But I love Jigga though, man. Jigga trying to fire me up. It ain't gonna happen.
No, Jigga. I know what Jigga doing, man. Jigga doing what the Swifties did to Donald Trump. He tried to control the narrative. I get it. But at the same time, I really don't see the reason why you fought Jalen Hurts this game. You know, a lot of people try to blame the interception. It wasn't on him. Shouldn't have been put in that situation. Also, he did get hit. And you know, he's stuck on trying to make a play. I get it. You know, you go to your best guy. You look at Devontae Smith. No. Don't listen to Hamid. Come on.
No, I'm laughing, bro, because that's funny, bro.
Right.
What the
Hamid my guy. Hamid my guy, but y'all trying to start something, man. We be here for another hour and a half.
Not Foles. He said, Foles, please come back. Jesus Christ. You can't think of nobody else?
No. Hurts was to blame until he started putting the team on his back. And once he put the team on his back with his legs and making a drive happen when it was 7-3, when Hurts started to do certain things to be that dual threat quarterback that we know to him to be, no, it wasn't him to blame. Hell, I don't even think it was Saquon Barkley to blame besides him dropping the pass because that's the play they decided to run. I feel like it was more so on the defense. I feel like it was more so on the penalties that this center could not really comprehend because he got called on it twice. Another guy got called on it. I forgot who it was, but they got called on it too. Legal man downfield. That's what hurt us. We lost the battle. We lost the turnover battle. We lost the line of scrimmage battle and the penalty battle. We lost all three of those aspects. How you expect to win a game like that? He didn't cost us the game, bro. Jigga, come on, bro. Come on. I know you watch football, bro. He did not cost us the game, bro. If anything, he kept us in the game. He didn't cost us the game. We don't have no choice. We really don't have no choice but to move on from this loss because we only have 5 days. I don't understand why we did not practice today. We should have had a walkthrough on Tuesday. The way that we played, should have been the lineup. Should have been a walkthrough, and then we should have had practice today. We're gonna have practice tomorrow. We're gonna to see who's available. Right now we had a walkthrough and we had the injury report. AJ Brown still hurt. Johnny Wilson is still hurt, and he looked hurt when Jalen Hurts was trying to force him.
He was hurt. He played though.
Yeah.
I give him a little.
Yeah, I'm just saying he just looked hurt. So
he couldn't even get out the cut.
Why
he didn't even get into the fade good. He was just like, oh damn, like
that's what I'm saying. Like you seen it.
But I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that.
On the watch back.
Maybe it shows somebody else.
He actually tried. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it shows some of these other guys like, man, I'm gonna just get out there. Like I ain't saying AJ or nothing like that, but
defense was horrible. Defense was god awful. The offensive line, I would say Cam Jurgens, Mekhi Becton at times they needed discipline.
But what I told you was going to bother him is exactly what it was, bro. I told you that before I said, bro, when they start changing what he's seeing up, he's going to have to adjust. He hasn't been used to seeing it. So when they ran the stun a couple times, he was just like, he hit his man. Like he did what he's supposed to do. When he get his hands back, he's just like, where did that guy go? And then now it's a guy in your face. But Jigga, you got it. You ain't gonna get no argument from me, bro. I can't. Hey, look. Your belief is your belief, good brother. If you say he cost us the game, I mean, hey, what can I say to change your opinion? You know what I mean? He did throw an interception that was, in a bad time, but I don't think he should have ever been in a predicament to throw that interception. But that's neither here nor there. Offense on one end failed, defense on the other end failed. So it's like, what do I say? Cost us the game. Us as a team, we cost us the game. The whole team. I'm not placing blame on one person. It's everybody. Saquon, Smitty, Jalen, Goddard, Calcaterra, all of them, everybody, the whole. Mekhi Becton, Saquon, Landon Dickerson, all of it. The whole 9 yards, bro. Defensively, every player that touched the field was bad. It's already bad, But, hey, man. Whenever things like this happen, man, you got to just move forward, man. If you believe that jigger about Jalen, then hey, I don't know what to say. If you believe he's limited, he can't do certain things, nothing I can change about that. I don't know. You got to get better though. It's week 2, going into week 3. We got to play better than we played in week 1 and week 2. We got to improve as a team, wholly all the way around the board. Defense got to be better. Offense got to be better. We need to start faster. Starting behind the 8 ball isn't helping this defense either. Starting behind the 8 ball, giving the team the chance all 4 quarters to run the ball isn't effective for this defense. We gotta do better all the way around. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, from A to Z, every player, from 1 to 99, from 99 to 00, everybody gotta be better. You know what I'm saying? There's no one person to blame. There's no one play that cost the game. It was a multitude of shit that piled on top of each other that cost us the game. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts' interception was just the conclusion of the shit, but it wasn't the whole problem. Like, listen, I think 2 things can be true. Yes, he did do something that cost the game, but he also could be the reason we was in the game. Right? But hey, man, we need to win week 3. We got the pieces. I think matchups make fights. To me, we match up well against the Saints. I don't think we should have a problem. But we down one of our best offensive players this week, in AJ Brown probably. I don't like how I feel about when he'll be back. So I'm gonna just kind of keep that to myself. But we got to figure out an offensive plan, man, without AJ.
I heard about what Jigga was trying to do with Jalen Hurts, and I understand. All of us is pissed. All of us is pissed, but at the same time, you got to think about it like this, right? I feel like the Eagles organization didn't do Jalen Hurts justice. It didn't get him prepared. He's what 4 years starting, and he's on his fourth offensive coordinator, and quarterback coach. He's on his fourth one, right? They didn't really prepare him, and didn't. You had guys like Patrick Mahomes. You had guys like Joe Burrow. You had other guys out there playing preseason. We didn't play any preseason game. Now, the Patriots, that joint practice was his only hint of a preseason game, really, right? But he also learning how to control the offense. He's also learning how to do certain things. That's why I said it's not really on Jalen Hurts. Week one, yes, you don't make certain throws, like that, and put the team in the situation where they could lose. But this week, I feel like that interception that was this week, it wasn't on him. He shouldn't have been put in that situation. I stand on that. I feel like that he got hit. He said he was
do you see what Carly said?
Who? So here's the thing, right? About Jalen Hurts, right? Jalen Hurts is a great passer. A lot of people don't understand that. If you want to go to analytics or you want to go to the stats, he's last year, even though it was an awful year for us, last year he was better in the pocket than on the run. So if he's not a better passer, you say you need him to be a better passer. Like, what do you mean? Do you need him to be just running the West Coast offense and not using his legs at all? Because this is how somewhat of the offense move. Because if somebody's shutting down AJ Brown, who's our big time scorer, he's gonna be that person that's gonna dictate what the defense is doing. But now that we got Saquon, it's kind of difficult. And how we thought it was going to look on paper, it's not how it's looking these 2 weeks. I'm just going to explain. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not looking like that. It's really not. But like bro said, I'm not really worried about the offense because I feel like that they're going to find a way. They should find a way, I should say, to get Jahan Dotson involved. They should find a way to get Dallas Goedert involved. And then whoever is out there on wide receiver 3. I don't like the fact that Britton Covey, even though he was hooping, he was balling. But I don't like the fact that he had more targets than them two guys. You got Dallas Goedert, arguably one of the best tight ends in the league. And then also you got Jahan Dotson, who we just traded all these picks for. He was a former first round pick.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
What would the conversation be, right, if Jalen Hurts doesn't turn the ball over, but we still lose? If he's not able to get in field goal range, but we still lose.
Then it would be on the defense. That's what it would have been. But since majority of people, not putting blame on anybody, but majority of people sit up there and watch national media instead of these content creators that actually dig deep into what the hell is going on. Me and you both watched all 22. We watched tape back to back. We just sit up there and watch it like, it's a part of our lifestyle at this point, right? They look at these damn Nick Wrights and First Take and everything like that. They look at things like that or people like that and be like, that's what it is. Jalen Hurts threw that at his interception. Or they just go off of the emotion that the last thing they saw was Jalen Hurts threw that interception and this is why we lost. because it's easy to blame the quarterback, but it's not easy to blame the coaching, or it's not easy to blame Saquon Barkley dropping the pass, just like he took full responsibility on. It's not easy to blame the line of scrimmage for getting all them penalties. It's not easy to blame the pass rush that we all saw that wasn't getting home. You know, Kirk Cousins had a white jersey. I said this, Monday. He had a white jersey. No stains or nothing on it. He was cool, man. He was a part of a Tide commercial. He was cool. He was chilling. He barely had his Achilles fully healed, because I still don't believe it's fully healed. But we did not rush him, not once. And we let him dink a dunk, let Mooney go off, because I seen what they were doing in the videos I watched. They were playing off of Quinyon Mitchell. Certain plays, it was like, okay, we gotta make him make a decision, and that's what happened. Especially that last drive, they made him make a decision. If Quinyon Mitchell. If Quinyon Mitchell would have sat, those big plays wouldn't happen.
If he wouldn't have sat, he did sit. He shouldn't have. He should have been driving back. He sat on the under route.
No. That's what I mean.
If he drives back on the deep route, he get it.
We both say the same thing. If he would have sat on the deep route.
On the deep route, yeah. He did sit.
Not the short route, because if he shot, well, we seen what happened. But in a deep route, if he would have sat there, then Kirk Cousins could have actually threw an accurate ball. It would have made Reed Blankenship make a play on it. I seen it.
Reed shouldn't have been so far in, anyways. Though he knows it's going to the sideline. He knows
his only argument is he's a rookie.
No, I'm not talking about Quinyon. I'm talking about Reed. You know, you got a young guy in front of you. You cover some of that ground, and outside, Reed is on the hash.
But that's what goes. Go ahead.
If you watch Justin Simmons, same play we threw the interception on, they were in the same coverage. His cornerback did the same thing, and he drove and made sure that the only way you're going right now is if you catch it right here or out of bounds. There's no way you're getting that ball. They ran the same coverage on us. Same exact coverage back. What Simmons did is what Reed should have did. You close the gap between you and the sideline when you see it's only one receiver in the area. There was nobody else over there to stop.
But who's to say that Vic Fangio did not want Reed Blankenship to do that?
I guarantee CJ would have did it.
No, CJ would have if he was over there.
CJ would have closed the gap. He would have known. But I don't care what the scheme says at this point. It's me, the rookie, and one receiver. Two defenders, one receiver. I'm covering some of that gap. I'm gonna make Kirk Cousins make a real decision on that sideline. He's going to have to throw it where I can't get to it. And guess what? I don't trust Mooney enough to make an acrobatic catch like that.
Right, but I do think that he's an NFL player, and he could catch the ball or make a play on the ball, or he could draw a flag. Whereas though that I feel like that the pass rush or the pass rush period should have been there to the point where it made it a difficult pass that Kirk Cousins threw to the point where the Eagles could have made a play on it. But I feel like that wasn't there. everything goes with, you know, the scheme that we were trying to run. And I feel like that the players did not run it correctly.
But DV, I'm saying the same thing, bro. When you're in certain situations, you have, as a safety, yes, there is a scheme. Yes, you have a certain amount of ground to cover, but you also have the free range to make some moves to adjust. Like Justin Simmons was in cover too. He's in the same thing that Reed Blankenship in. Soon as he sees Smitty, him in a corner, he said, okay, I'm going to make Jalen Hurts make a pinpoint accurate throw. I'm closing the gap from the hash to the sideline. There is no space between me, you, and the sideline. And guess what? If you throw it short, it's picked. So where you throwing it, Jalen? That's all I'm asking Reed to do. At that point, is 2-on-1. You see Quinyon sitting. Come down just a little bit. Just a little bit. You at least buy yourself time. Because Kurt see you moving this way, Kurt naturally is going to look for another option because he thinks you're closing down on his comeback. He now at least buys you time, and now if maybe Quinyon picks up that he's too far down, he backs up. Now his man's covered. So it's just like, to me, he could have just adjusted. I ain't saying like, oh, take that man as your man. Just cover where you at. You kept going back even when you seen Quinyon had stopped. You knew it wasn't no distance between you and another receiver because there was only one receiver.
Mm.
You gave him too much space to make that play, in my opinion. He had way too much space, and you know where it's going. You know they're not going to the middle of the field. It's like small stuff like that. Like they had no timeouts. They're not taking a chance over the middle of the field.
Right.
They're going to the sideline to keep the timeouts, to keep the time from ticking off the clock. So like, I know Reed's still young though, so it's things like that. But like, if CJ was there, I don't believe they even get that first pass completed. Because soon as he seen Buddy driving, CJ gonna start cheating.
Yeah, but that's CJ. That's CJ. CJ with him, he's more about making the play. He's going to gamble a little. Reed Blankenship is not going to do that. And I get what you're saying.
But he has though. That's how he got the pick last week.
Because that's just against Green Bay. I haven't seen him do it against really anybody else. Yeah. But
that's what I'm saying though. The same play he played in that moment is exactly what he should have did against Kurt. And I believe if he do it, he get another pick. Don't do it. We're gonna be here forever. No. We're gonna be here forever.
No. I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this. Forever, dog. I'm just gonna say this. What I don't like about us Eagles fans, and I'm including myself, because I do it watching the game, but then when I go back, as a content creator and watch the tape and all that, I kind of start to understand where the logic is in everything. But then the things that I don't understand, I understand why somebody like that person would do what they did.
Right.
To sit up there and say the D line, Jalen Carter is not living up to expectation, bro. First of all, it's only week 2, right? That's number one. Number two, these are still babies in the league. It's not like, you can sit up there and be like, okay, well, Jalen Carter is in the league. He's already Aaron Donald. He's not. He's not going to be top notch. We expect him to be a defensive player of the year runner up or something like that. To make that leap. He was already in the conversation of defensive rookie of the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is you can't sit up there and say he's not living up to expectation. I know what we need him to be, but at the same time, think about it like this. And I said this in my tweet. So listen, I said this in my tweet. Don't look. I flagged it, right?
Oh, you ain't have to flag it. I don't care. He on he on both of my pages right now.
No. I said I flagged it like that.
Yeah.
But
baby oil stock of 300. Hey, that Diddy funny as hell.
Back then when we were in even high school or we were fresh out of high school or whatever like that, with the Kelseys and the BGs and all that, the team wanted to give up on both of them. And look at them now, they legends. We wanted so bad that we thought that they were going to be able to adjust to Vic Fangio's not just scheme, but the discipline in things that Vic Fangio does. It was a couple plays that Thomas Booker was in, Jordan Davis wasn't in. Another defensive tackle was in, Jalen Carter wasn't in. It was a couple plays like that this game. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can't say, oh, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, they bust or whatever like that, because we know they had we know Jordan Davis had issues with fatigue because of his weight. They've been saying all offseason or training camp that they were working on the fatigue. We were working on that, right? But I feel like that Jordan Davis, his first year, he was a rookie when we had that amazing record of the 70-plus sacks. I feel like that he benefited off of that. Whereas though that's why somebody like Josh Sweat said, oh, we got to be together. Because Josh Sweat also benefited off of that. Of Hassan Reddick creating lanes for him. We had to be more we got to be more cohesive with our pass rush. Whereas though you saying Jordan Davis, and that Jordan Davis is a run stopper. A lot of people are looking at him as, oh, you got to develop being a pass rusher too. He can do it, but that's not his go-to. His go-to is run stopping. But when he's getting double teamed every single play, while he's getting double teamed, if you watch the tape, Josh Sweat is coming off the edge, but he's getting stopped by a tight end. So now he's not even creating a lane or creating the hole to the point where the person that's double teaming Jordan Davis has to come off of Jordan Davis, where Jordan Davis gets now had that one-on-one. So if he got to stop the run, or if the quarterback step up, Jordan Davis is right there. That's what I'm saying. It goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand. These kids are still young. They're not going to be all pro the first couple years. It takes time to develop, but at the same time, we already know the Georgia Dogs have talent to the point where we're relying on them to step up, but at what cost? And then also, they got to go into a new scheme. They done dealt with themselves, probably like 4 different schemes themselves. Even though it's somewhat of a similar scheme of what Vic Fangio is trying to run now. You had what? Jonathan Gannon, Sean Desai / Matt Patricia, and now Vic Fangio's scheme. And Vic Fangio is trying to discipline these guys to be focused. They probably didn't even have that the first couple years. But that's what I'm saying. You can't really judge it off of what you're seeing. You got to understand the logic of what we've been through for the past 3 to 4 years. I don't think we had a wrong scheme. That's not the saying, Jigga. I don't think we had a wrong scheme. I feel like that we have players that Vic Fangio has to coach around, because some players, like a Josh Huff, he wasn't here yet when we got that player, because that probably wouldn't have been his pick. You talk about fight, Jigga. I think, you know what? I think you like to get underneath skin. You know, I don't think they're not like. I'm not a fan of Fangio's scheme either, but I know after 2 weeks they're not going to fire Rick Fangio. They're not going to do it.
We've never fired a coach mid-season ever.
No, not at all.
We let you cook it out. We'll take the L, and then we fire you.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think, because a lot of people were saying about Nick Sirianni that, oh, if we go down 1-3 before the bye, he's going to be on the hot seat. He's going to be fired. He's not going to be fired. He's not going to be fired. Crowley, all of us like aggressive schemes, man. That's why I said Jim Schwartz had an aggressive scheme. Todd Bowles has an aggressive scheme. That's not what Vic Fangio does. But a person that did a parody of Vic Fangio's scheme got us all the way to the Super Bowl in Jonathan Gannon. So how do you call it? How do you call it? But I could say that the league did catch up to that scheme. I can't say that. So he got to do some adjustments. He has to. Why are we talking about Chip Kelly? I don't understand why we talk about Chip.
I'm not even responding to that. We at 2 hours and 26 minutes. What you got for the people, bro, this week coming up?
Look, man, I'm still just gonna be recording videos, man. I know we got practice tomorrow. Still gonna be recording videos, man, getting ready for the upcoming matchup against the Saints. I know that y'all was trying to see where we're gonna go with that game and how confident we were with it, but as of right now, man, I can't give a score prediction. I can't give anything. You just gotta, tune in, subscribe to both channels, make sure that you get the gist of what we see on this upcoming matchup, how we feeling.
I'll drop my score prediction in the video on Friday.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't really see.
I need to. Not even Friday. It might be Saturday. I need to process. I need to see some things, man. But
yeah, we really got to see certain guys playing. Man, I would like to see Isaiah Rodgers and Devin White play. Even in the rotation, they gotta play. Because I'm not gonna say it's desperation, but at the same time, I feel like they can help. They can help. Even if Quinion is in the slot, I feel like that will help. But yeah, that's all I got, man. I feel like, a lot of things will be said in upcoming weekend going into the game. Fly Eagles fly as always, go Birds. I'm always a lifer, regardless of how I feel right now, but always Fly Eagles fly.
Hey, man, it's 150 y'all in here with us, man. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. If you're on the Twitter side, you haven't came to the YouTube side, click the link in the bio on both pages and come over and subscribe, man. Tap in with us. We drop a show every week, man. We here, no matter what the weather is, no matter how we feel about the previous game, we gonna stand on 10, man. So it's always Fly Eagles fly. It's always go Birds. Hey, man, until next time, man, y'all know what it is.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy, King DV, and I'm with my co-host, Liddy. What's going on, bro?
Man, it's love, man.
Time for A.J. Brown. Michael Carter II.
They don't know Jalen Hurts like we know Jalen Hurts.
Was hanging on to Jalen Hurts.
Until next time, man, y'all know what it is.